today. From Highmark Stick.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
It's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. Wonder what he did with it.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his left. He's got a man complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards.
We had an idea that they might come out and challenge the secondary, but I don't know if we thought it'd be right out of the gate on the very first play of the game. But they did so successfully. They've got to feel good about how things have started.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Steps away. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Harris running straight ahead. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Kalen Barnes. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The numbers from a week ago for Pickens. 5 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Left side, Cook. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Allen off the play fake. Out to his left. High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. The Bills hit 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. A nice little juke. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now here's another carry for Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. James Cook running back out now. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Alex Highsmith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen on the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On second down, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo set to get the football back here. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. To the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. On play action, Allen rolling to his left. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Slot man moves right. Allen going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Here's Freiermuth again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Steps away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Hurts. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Monty Rice came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. Flushed out right. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run again with Harris. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Completes this one to Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll set up to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Allen out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the move to his left. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. His 1st NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Now he steps away. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number number 12 on the season. And the Bills have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here come the Bills. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Rolling to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Throw left side complete. That's Wolf. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And when you break it down, this was just